Greetings, technology enthusiasts. I am Chandrahas and I am delighted to be here with you representing CyberBrainer. Do you not believe that the technology sector is advancing at an unprecedented rate, making this an opportune moment to acquire the skills that will facilitate your progress? With CyberBrainer, we are empowering you to take control of your own future. At CyberBrainer, we do not merely impart your interests. We assert that information is power, yet it is the application of knowledge that distinguishes you. Our courses are meant to equip you with essential skills, whether you are pursuing data science, understanding artificial intelligence, or delving into cybersecurity. Let us commence the session and seize the future today. Thank you.
First, let me tell you that what is optimization means. When supply optimization requires. If I go to here, this one is optimization. If I go to the logic, and first let me tell you the activation. I will come to that activation. First let me tell you. Optimizations by it is required means. What is the significance of optimization? Optimization basically is the process, just a second picture. Optimization is basically a process of finding the best schedule for your customers and business. This is called global optimization. The global optimization process basically trying to find out millions of time slots and mobile worker options to produce the schedules. It then assigns each schedule to grade and uses the schedule with the highest grade. It will put the upcoming appointments into the best order. This is the significance of the means optimization. When I am saying that the global optimization process, it is finding out the millions of time slot and mobile worker options to produce the schedules. What does it mean by millions of options? Millions of options means, suppose, let us say you are your scheduler. Let us say simple math. Let us say you are having one mobile worker and you are having support. Suppose some 11 appointments. If you are having one mobile worker and 11 appointments to schedule, it will give you 11 factorial possibilities like 1 into 2 into 3 to 4 to 5 into 6 into 7 into sorry. One into 2, suppose into 3, then into 4, then into 5, then to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 and then to 10, then to 11. It will give you, I am telling you, that millions of options. Let us say I have one mobile worker, I am a scheduler and I have one mobile worker and I have 11 appointments to schedule. It will give me 11 factorial possibilities. If you will, you just multiply it. It will give you like 13,91680. If you will multiply it, it will give you this number of possibilities. If you will multiply it, you will be able to see that. It is basically evaluate 10,000 options a second. If you are a dispatcher, you should. You will work out for the following impressions, like suppose you have this kind of factorial properties and you can evaluate 10,000. Suppose your computer or your calculator can even retain 10,000 options a second. Basically, you will divide 39,966,800 divided by suppose 10,000. 10,000 means it will give you 39,991 that seconds and which is basically 66 minutes. 6 minutes means 1 hours. That if I will review the options for one mobile worker and 11 appointments to take over an hour, it will take over an hour. What if I will have 16 service appointments? It would take about 66 years then. I have one mobile worker, 11 appointments. It will take 1.1 hours, 1.1 hours. Suppose I have 16 service appointments, then it will take 66 years, 66 hours. This simple map, it is showing that optimizing a schedule is a complex process that takes time and that takes up to very ample amount of time. But you need to have some process which will give you the more efficient way to delivering on your business priorities, to deliver the schedule on your business priorities. Like priorities like scheduling for appointments, reducing the travel time, containing the overtime costs, increasing the customer satisfaction. Everything you need to consider it. Optimizations. Then coming into the picture, Field Service Engine. They have introduced this automated scheduling process. It finds out the automated scheduling. It is very faster and it is very efficient than manual scheduling, which is calculating the appointment score in the back end. Suppose you would like to a business schedule bulk number of service appointments in daily basis, then your optimizations will help you to create a best schedule for a service appointment. Let us step through the optimizer process, how it is working in the back end. Then I will show you that how to set up the optimization process and how to create that job. First, what will happen? Step 1, how does the optimizer do it? Optimizer job. Optimizer job uses your scheduling policy to find out the most qualified candidate first and most qualified candidate with the time slot based on your service objectives, for which we have discussed already. Now, first, what you will do, optimizer, it views all the data sent to optimization. Suppose data means suppose you have a service appointment repository. Today telling you have created today and the entire data created 20 service appointments. First, what you will do, you will send all those data. I will show you how to send the data. Let us step by step through process it. First, it will view all the data sent to optimization means all the service appointments sent to optimization. It is basically all means it is considered that all those service appointment is containing with the service study it is, and all those are optimized horizons, like which I have shown you earliest are permitted it, and due to only this, 2 fields are getting populated, already got populated all those service. Now, point number 2 is what you will do. It orders the appointment based on the priority. It orders the appointment based on the priority, based on the priority, based on the priority. Now, if you will order the service appointment based on the priority is defined using the work order, priority field or work order line. I can priority field or service appointment priority field, which is the options in the field service setting. Let me show you if I will go to the service appointment. Once I will appointment, let me open it. If I will open that, let me check that priority is already added in the page here or not. Priority, look at this. She will do work, priority appointment. This priority field. It is there in service appointment. This priority field should be there in work order also. Let me check that in work order also. It is present, turned out. Look at the scheduling priority street. That means it orders the appointment based on the priority, the optimization engine. The priority is based. It is defined using the work order priority field. Work order line. I can priority field and service appointment. Priority field. Then optimizer starts to evaluate the highest priority appointment first. Suppose you have the service appointment takes a new appointments and you have just added that priority field will be doing your service appointment, and you have checked that field which I have just shown you, like she do the higher priority service appointment on top of your priority. Optimization engine, it will find out the service appointment which has the highest priority. The priority field that will depend well is set up by you or we know. This may be a schedule that they will be still service admin or schedule that they will set that value. Now third point is, then it views the selected appointment details such as territory, required skills and due date. It is territory, required skills and due date. Now point number 4 is then when the review is completed by the optimizer or who is the scheduling policies work roles. Now work rules. Remove the candidates who cannot complete the appointment because they are unqualified or unavailable. Now it has a pool of candidates who are ready to able to do the job. Now it will point. Number 5 is it will check the scheduling policy, work rules, scheduling and policies, work roles, and it will remove the candidates who are not qualified. Then it will narrows down the candidates list. When you will just debug the optimizations, all those fields in you to check it that while your optimizations job is not running, you have to check that. If you go to the field value settings, if I will go to here, it will check what is the default scheduling policies been selected here. If the before scheduling policies select a supportive, I will go to here. If I will go to the scheduling policies, if I will go to the general logic, let me open from here. Just refresh this page. If I will go to the guide, etc., I will just get in hand. Let us just do half, now it is coming. If I will go to here, scheduling policies, I will be able to check that. What is by default scheduling policies? If I will go to here, I can add the scheduling policies customized. This or add it or I can make customer first of the default scheduling policies. If I will open that scheduling policies, I will able to check that if it is. Resource availability, let me add it. If I will check that, look at this. Match skill is the work rule which has been added over there. Based on that work rule which has been selected. Scheduling optimizer, it will evaluate that which work rule is getting selected here, and it will remove the candidates who are not qualified or who are not available at this point of time. It will eliminate those candidates. Now point number 5 is it then pulls up each available time slot between service appointment earlier. Start permitted and do it with the time horizon. Then optimizer. Before going to the optimizer, you need to know the background Otherwise, it will be not clear for you. That theory should be very clear. Then optimizer, what you will do? It pulls up each available time slot, and how the time slot will be found out, as I have showed you between earlier start permitted and do it, or you can define that as a arrival. You do start date or arrival in the manual. You can populate it, and based on the time you can pull sub. That optimizer can pull sub the available time slot. Now point number 6 is once it will put a pulse of the time slot. Now it will view the scheduling policy as service objectives. Now it will check service objectives. How it will show the service objectives now? It will evaluate each available time slot and qualified candidate for the objectives. Suppose it has multiple. Well, suppose it has more than one qualified candidates and more than one time slots are available. Then there is a problem. Optimizer needs to find out how it will. It will find out. It multiplies the grade for each objective by the relative weight of that objective. It adds those rates together with the priority of the service appointments. Work order line item to create a score. The default priority range is 1 to 10 scale. Default priority range is 1 to 10 scale. When 1 is the highest priority and 10 is the lowest priority. You can also choose to use the scale of 1 is 1 to 100. How? Let me show you how it is upon. Service appointments is prioritized using the 1 to 10 scale in your order. Like, suppose for example, you are choosing customer first policy. If I will go to the customer first policy, I will able to check that your service objective is for ASAP 4 and preferred resources 2 and then minimize travel equal to 21. Let me take 2. Let me take 2. Now how optimizer scores an appointment with the priority of 3. Suppose priority of 3 is in service appointment. You are putting that if I will go to the service appointment. Here is the service appointment. Let me pick up that priority field. Most probably it is not there. This field is there, but service appointment priority field is not there. Let me go to the object furniture and act that field. Let me show you how the score is getting calculated here. If I go to here page layouts, should you know where lower priority appointment is there? Let me check where. I am not able to see that. And go to the episode appointment. Let me check. You are. A schedule over lower priority appointment is there. I am taking a note of it. Because one priority field should be there in the service appointment. What? Why am I not able to see that being it is a lag to be? I am taking work for note. Let me tell you how it will calculate. Suppose my service appointment scores with an appointment with priority of 3. Suppose a district. How it will calculate? It will calculate ASAP grade. ASAP grade, it was 4, which is set up in the service objective level. I will go here. Why this not to play? It is a question, good question. If I work for the life in as a high priority, but this parent to our product has a low priority, which would win? This line item for quarter line item which has a high priority. It will not check the parent to a quarter which has the low priority. If I will go to the service appointment, to suppose ASAP grade 4, how it will work? Suppose A is a B grade. Into 4, then it will calculate like this, then class. Into it has the value as 2. It will win 2, then class. Minimize struggle time. Minimize trouble time is suppose 2. Minimize trouble time is basically 2. It will into 2. Minimize struggle time into 2. And then what it will do? It will suppose it will checking that service appointment has a priority of 3. It will add that priority as 3. Add that priority as 3. Based on that, it will calculate the score of each service appointment. It will calculate the score of each service appointment, like if it has 20 service appointments, one by one calculating the score of each service appointment. How it is defined in the backing? It has a table. If I will open that one chart, like suppose let me open a work talk. Like we put a table like priority and value of priority as there, suppose 1, 1. Let me put a table here. Suppose it is the priority and here value of priority as their value of priority of there. Suppose I am telling you like service appointment priority is 3. If you just 3, the value of priority is 15,500. This is the value of priority was mentioned in the backend. If priority is 1, it will be 25,500. Suppose priority is time. It is 1,000. I will share the documentation to you. If it is calculating the grade, suppose one service appointment priority is defined to 3. It will just add it that value 3 means 15,500. It will add, if it will line priority, it will add simple in 1,000. Based on that, each and every service appointment score is getting calculated by the device and in the back end, and based on that it is popularity, the service appointment, with the proper service resource to that towards proper service resource for the automated process. Basically, if you are just considering the priority range from 1 to 10 scale, 1 is the highest priority and 10 is the lowest priority. Based on that, you can add that priority to your service appointment. If I will go back to here, like this, the score is calculated in the back end. This is the point number 6. Based on the service objectives, the grade is getting calculated. Now point number 7 is it repeats this process for remaining slots and candidates. Now it adds the scores. Now what it will do, it repeats this process for remaining slots and candidates. That is one thing. Now point number 8 is then it will add the score. It adds the scores. Now point number 9 is based on the score. It adds the assignment, appointments with the candidate and times with the highest score, that total calculations. If it is highest for the service appointment, suppose out of 10 service appointments. Now one service appointment. It is the calculating with the highest score and the scheduling based on the scheduling policies, service objectives. It will assign that appointment to the candidate and the times with the highest score. Assign, that is with the time slot with highest score. This is the process. Now it is ordered by priority. If the optimizer moves on the next appointment of the list, as I have mentioned, and ordered by priority, and it does it again. When all service appointments sent to optimizations are scheduled on the grant is full or dispatch are constantly full, then the schedule receives an overall grade. Now, if the grant is full, then what will happen? The process is the optimization's job. Then grant them the unscheduled some service appointments and tries to schedule others in steps. An overall grade is given to the new schedule, and it is saved only if the overall grade is hacked and the priority. These iterations continue until the optimization's time is over, at which point the schedule with highest grade is used. This is the overall process of the optimizations. I was not able to share that document and hands-on document to you last sessions. Today, definitely I will consult with all those and share this to you if these steps were mentioned there. You can talk about document. If you will be, then they've been to understand that how it works. I had a documentation. I will share the documentation to it each and then. These steps were mentioned. It will, if it has multiple hyperbore, it is a point, maintain his hand and it is, the grant is full, dispatch and console is already full. Then it is that schedule receives an overall grade. What they will do? They will again execute the optimization's job, and it is the responsibility of the optimization job that optimizer will unshed even some employment and tries to schedule the others in stage, which is very much arching to schedule at the next based time stop. That is a point. When will be scheduled at the next period of time. Others will be unshed. You will automatically by the optimizer job. I will show each which trigger and which batch is executed, and you need to set up the optimizations process. Now we will go to the hands-on. How you need to set up the optimizer there. Multiple steps you need to do in your org that you can execute the optimizations process. It will. Also, can we discuss this step in the next sessions, or you would like to do something in this session? And tomorrow I will show you how to create the film service optimization profile at user. You need to create the profiles and users and that profile. Using that profile and user, you need to execute the optimization job. Because the system admin profile, using the system admin profile of the service admin, you will not have been to execute the optimization job. You need to set up the optimization profile and user org that I need to show. I will show you into Insnadu. I will show you and how to execute the job that also I will demonstrate. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.